Hey guys, all right, so I'm on the way out running errands today, and I have my new Z1R vest on today, which we'll talk about later. But why do people wear vests? Well, there's the style thing, and there's the obviously the patch and the three-piece guys. And why do I wear a vest? Well, this has been my first leather vest, so I can't really speak a whole lot on it, but I've worn vests before because well, on long trips especially, if you don't wear a jacket, it's a way to stay cool but also still keep your shirt from flapping in the wind and getting the buttons ripped off, and keep stuff from hitting you, really. I don't know if you guys know this, but yeah, your skin will recover more from the elbows and the crotch out than it will from getting hit in the center mass. That's why the military types and them MP guys, they aim for center mass, because it'll hurt you a lot more to get hit in center mass than it does to get hit on your extremities. Nerve wise, it might hurt a little more because you're hitting, you know, vulnerable objects, but you know, casualty wise, hurts a lot more to get hit in the center mass, because you know, that'll kill you. It's a way to keep your core a little warmer in cold weather like this. Like right now, I think it's like 65. Come on. Nobody wants to act up around a cop. Why? That's weird. It's not like they're gonna chase you down for making a questionable lane change or 5 over the speed limit. Not around here anyway. There's enough shit in Memphis for them to chase you down for everything else. They're more worried about the guy who actually is driving by with a severed head hanging out the window than he is for you driving 5 over the speed limit. Oh, anyway, hey, what were we talking about? Vests. That's it. So yeah, weather like this where it's 65 and it's great when you're standing still, but when you're riding it gets a little chilly. It's a good way to keep your core temperature up. It's a good way to block the wind. And like today with my really cool flannel on from the Ride Factory, keep it from getting ripped to shreds. So yeah, that's that. All right, I got some riding to do. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, but for now, I've got an appointment. I'll check up with you guys later. And I love these back roads. Well, roads like this. I grew up on back roads, dirt roads, but this ain't too bad. When you're surrounded as much as I am by city and asphalt and 5-lane roads, this ain't too bad. On this side, you can see soybeans. On that side, you can see soybeans. Over here, some soybeans. And kudzu. So, if you don't know the story of kudzu, I believe it was the Spanish brought kudzu over to feed cows. And cows ate the crap out of it, but kudzu actually grew faster than they could control it and eat it. So it came from, I'm pretty sure, Spain, where it grows kind of short, not as thick as it is here. But once they got it to this environment and there was humidity and heat and a lot of sandy soil that made it easy for it to grow in, it just took off. So now kudzu is kind of the invader of the South, and it's everywhere. Not too bad. I mean, it's good. It creates good shade. It'll actually grow up into phone poles and stuff, but it actually, for utility companies, it's kind of a pain in the butt, because it actually will grow all the way up the utility pole and get all over the lines, which sometimes causes a problem. And if you're a rancher with fence, it likes to take over your fence. I don't think it can decide whether it's going to rain today or be sunny or what, but it is still a really nice day for riding. Even if it does rain, it's like 80 degrees. It is warmed up rather a lot since I left for my errands this morning when it was like 65. Yeah, this ain't bad at all. It's warm, but it's shady. It's a little cool, if you can believe it. 80 degrees and it feels cool because the humidity is pretty high. Now if the sun comes back, yeah, it's gonna be a little barky. Speaking of taking back roads, Ain't rode on this road in a while. This is my favorite slightly curvy road to go on when I feel like I want to be a MotoGP star, but I don't want to wreck. Sometimes you just want to feel some curves without dying and getting tickets. Curves like this you can take at about 30-40 miles an hour and feel like you're actually riding without having to find a curve to go 100 miles an hour around. And I say that, I just realized I'm speeding. Okay, let's slow her down. So I have lived here long enough for this to used to have been a lot of open field. And as you can see, it ain't open field no more. So I guess less hooliganism on this road than I used to do, but still fun to ride. At some point we should probably go over all of the things I've done to this bike in the last 3 years. They happen so gradually and slowly. It's not like I put a stage 4 blah 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 durka durka durka. I just put a lot of small things on it at a time to make it more comfortable and ride better for me. So I guess that video should be coming soon. We'll just do a total walk around. Probably won't be a very long video, maybe 5 minutes. I say that, it'll probably end up being 30 minutes, but yeah, so I'm gonna do it. So that one's coming. But for now, I guess we need to go back home and get to the studio and let's talk about this vest. Alright, so we're back in the studio now. And so this is the Z1R Gaucho Vest. So get a good look at it. Snap front, snap pockets, little pin holder, whatever you want to hold in the front there, I guess. You can put anything in there. Some of the features are, it has a zip open access where you can either put a armored plate in the back of it or your CE armor, whatever you want to call it. Or you could actually access, let's see if I can get this thing open. What's a big zip? Guess you could put snacks in the back, I don't know. But you can actually access the back of the zipper where you don't have to sew through the liner to get to the inside. So that's kind of cool. So we're talking about some of the draws of the vest. Better cover the inside pockets. So inside pockets here, snap closure. Got some little Velcro holders in there for you guys who like to carry portable bananas with you everywhere you go that fit into a Velcro style banana holder. You know what I'm saying? Can fit inside here, but there's also little loops inside here that you can actually put your banana into to help store it. But there's not only one, but there's actually two sides. And both sides have the Velcro loops in them. And they both have these little loops too. You can also, I guess, use as your banana filling. Boy, that light's bright. Let me bring that down a little bit. Okay, is that a little better? All right. Had some weird light going on there. I'm sorry, guys. So anyway, so let's talk about the reason you would want to wear this vest. Okay, so with a regular t-shirt, anyone who's rode with a t-shirt on before, you know, you get a lot of billowing in the shirt. So this will actually hold your t-shirt down, keep it from flying all around you, keep it close to your body. But also, again, we've talked about this before, it's good for holding in core heat for when it's too warm for a jacket, but it's too cold just to go in a t-shirt or a flannel. So this is actually really kind of nice. Let me back this down a little bit. Get my angle a little better here. So yeah, it's really comfortable. It's form-fitting. I mean, I guess it's also kind of slimming, if you want to call it that. I've had some weird light on this. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it looks really good. It's a very comfortable vest. Rides well. It has lace sides to adjust the lacing. Has front pockets. They call them hand warmers. You can't get your whole hand in there, but you can get things like an ID card for people like me who have to have an ID to get into work and such. You've got zip front pockets. that you can probably put some cash in there, some things that you want to keep close to you but don't want to leave on the bike when you get off the bike. Yeah, I like this vest. It's very comfortable. It's like being hugged by a buffalo, or being hugged by an 80-year-old woman who smokes Pall Malls and drinks Schaefer beer. Either way. So yeah, the vest, I love it. I'll be doing further reviews on it later, and we'll get back to you at a later time in life and tell you how well it's working out. But for right now though, man, this vest is lovely. I've gone riding in it a few times. I've drove it to work. I've gone up to Harley a few times with it on. Took about a 2-hour ride yesterday in it to just see how it felt, and it was comfortable. It didn't get too hot. Kept me just cool enough. I think it was 65 when I left yesterday morning. It was 80 when I was coming back. So it's actually a very comfortable vest in that weather. Probably when you would get a little hotter, it wouldn't. But I do want to show you how it looks though with a flannel on to hold your flannel in. All right, this is my Ride Factory flannel that I got from Ride Factory in Tampa. It says so on the back. Big thanks to Steve Minnie Ridge for getting me this, for just it's like a little thank you for helping out with the business. That actually looks really sharp with this color. It probably looks sharp with any color, but so before this, I'm going to show you this. This is the vest I had before. This is the vest I had before. It's kind of a denim-y type, and a little too soft. I mean, it was cool for holding stuff. If you had a bigger jacket on, this would be good to go over the jacket to just put extra pockets in. But as far as trying to hold your vest in, but as far as trying to hold the flannel down or keep your t-shirt from billowing, it just kind of billowed itself because it was a little soft. It's a great vest, don't get me wrong. It'd be good for putting over a jacket that already had good form and wouldn't fly around on you. But yeah, I like this. It will save your shirts. You guys who've been on long trips in shirts know what I mean. You'll get somewhere and the neck's all stretched out, like you're Charlie Brown tried to put it on. Don't make fun of me. I know about my head. Shut up. But all in all, I like this vest. Again, I'll get back with you guys later on and tell you how it actually worked out in the long run. But so now, I guess that's it for this video. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. I did want to tell you guys I have some more reviews coming up. AS Max has sent me both of these to try. So too much light. So this is the AS Max F1 speaker. This is the AS Max. I got way too much light here. AS Max F1 headset set. Sure. And this one is the Z1. So I got the Z1 and the F1. I'm gonna do an unboxing of these later. I guess I can show you what they look like now, because they are kind of cool. And that's kind of a neat little thing there. Looks almost like it's from Star Trek or something. The other one. Yeah, these, you can actually change the light on these too, the color that the lights are, so that'll be kind of cool. So I'll be doing that probably the next few days. AS Max did want me to get, they said there's no hurry, but I do feel like I should hurry for them. And I'm also going to be reviewing the Milwaukee helmet. Looks like, why is this light so bright? The Milwaukee helmet, I haven't even opened it, taken it out of the box yet, but there it is. So I'll be getting to that pretty soon. So anyway, okay, so for all this time, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Like, comment, subscribe, and hit